I'm Dylan. I'm a rising senior at Lowell High School, and my main project was an RC Hovercraft. The basic part of it is there's two fans on it. There's one on the outside. This is used for going forwards. There's one fan inside that spins downwards and sends air out to the bottom. There's this curtain here to grab the air, and the air is sent down onto the ground so it hovers. There's a couple of supports in here because the skirt has a hard time holding itself up since this gets kind of heavy sometimes because there's quite a few electronics in here. And there's another rope that goes around in a circle, and that's just used to help keep it in shape. There's a servo in the back here. It's a motor that goes 180 degrees, and it's used for just turning this fan. So I can use it to turn it. Pretty much turns on a dime that pivots around the front part of the hovercraft. And there's two motor controllers in here. They're hooked up to a receiver, which works with this remote. And then they goes to the motor controllers, which have 3 wires on them, power, ground, and signal. There's a blue wire here for signal, red is power, and black is the ground. And for on the remote side, it just goes over 2.4 gigahertz, which is your standard remote control. And there's 3 parts of it. This knob right here is used for the hovering part. Pulling back goes forward, and then left and right is used for turning. I'll demo during the break in the gym. It's kind of hard to do on a small table or in this room. So the greatest challenges I faced was going from design to actually building this. I had to work off instructables on the internet, but the guy was Dutch and using the metric system, which is a hard conversion to go into the US. So a lot of this I just solved the basic idea and built or designed myself in SolidWorks. But when I send away everything to get cut, it comes back in this shape. The sizes are kind of off. So a lot of the parts you see here I had to hand cut out because the main parts didn't work. In the future, there's still parts I need to redo, and the weight is kind of off. I had a great time here. I've loved building robots, and I've worked with some really unique drive systems, but I've never really built something that covers, so I had a great time building this, and I'm glad it came here. I feel like work a lot with 3D design, which is something I've never really done before. So, any questions?
Can we see just a quick demo, maybe up front, just to get an idea? I know it's hard to drive around.
The battery is still charging.
Oh, it's charging?
Oh.
Okay. We'll go grab it for you while you take other questions.
Questions? Someone has to have one.
What type of material is used for all the different?
Well, I use Depron. It's a really lightweight foam, but it's also incredibly strong. So I've had a hard time kind of cutting it and breaking it. Because although a knife would cut it, it's really hard to just cut the whole part since it has a really high tensile strength.
How do you shape it?
I used a knife. And then
I mean, for example, the part you have on the table is kind of angled.
This is actually 4 separate parts.
Oh, 4 separate parts.
And I just hot glued them at angles to each other. Anyone else?
Now that you have a working prototype, how would you improve this?
I would love to have made it wider because it's really hard to balance it with a narrow base. And weight has always been an issue with it. Because since it's so narrow, it's hard to really get a nice center of gravity.
How did you size the fan to the black cavity underneath?
I have I know what the outer diameter of it is. Since I was working in SolidWorks, it's really easy to